Good morning and happy Wednesday, everyone. Let me check. Okay, I think we're good. There we go. I hope you can hear me okay. Okay. Welcome back to PinkyhootArt's live painting sessions. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I tried so hard to be on time today, and I'm here just a little fashionably late. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying. If you're new or just discovering me, don't forget to hit the follow or subscribe button depending on where you're watching this, and maybe turn on the notification bell so you never miss anything from me. And it would be awesome if you can share this live stream and give it a repost to tell the algorithm that I'm here, and I would really appreciate that. So I know it's been it's actually been 2 weeks because I was supposed to stream last week, but I got so sick that I was out for a full week. My whole family was out. It was crazy, but I'm here and it really feels like it's been a while since I live streamed. So everything feels like weird again. I thought it's funny. But yeah, if you're watching, say hi in the chat so I know you're here. So I think last time we were here, I finished my latest painting. I will get up closer in a second so you guys can see what is it all about. And today I also have a new painting that I kind of started already because it would be crazy that I didn't work on any art for 2 weeks. So let's get started. Grab your coffee. I have my tea today. Let's settle in. Okay, so this is my latest painting. Hi Trevor, always so good to see you. And thank you for joining my spaces this morning super early, but I hope it was a worthwhile spaces because it certainly was for me. So I have my new painting here. I kind of started already. I'm still exploring my, shell of self pieces. The person I had is a different orientation. I thought we'll see how it goes, right? So I'm gonna work. I've done my first wash of it already, as you can see. So today I'm going to continue work on the face, adding more details to the flowers, and then actually get to work on these my little creatures in gouache, I've decided. And they still need a name, I know. Working on that. And I want to show you guys the newest or the last painting I did, which is right here. So let's see. Okay, so this was my last piece. Let's make it brighter. Here we go. I'm super happy with how it turned out. And I really feel like this is an idea I'm going to explore for a while. Let's get up close. My little mischievous creatures. There we go. There are a bunch of them. You can kind of get in there and see. So here we go. Shell of self. Okay, and we're gonna come right here. So thank you. Yeah, I feel like this piece is gonna be my reference for a series that's becoming. I actually don't know what the end result's gonna look like yet, but we shall see. Okay. Here we are. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but maybe that's just what it is after not doing it for being live for so long. So I've done my first wash. So I did my head in the pale blue color last time, and this one I'm kind of started with this lavender gray. You know what, I think I'm just gonna go into the faces first now, and then get into the flowers, and then get to the little figurines. Okay. Hi Kent, welcome. I think I just saw your live streaming in Wonder's Discord. I didn't scroll too far, but I saw you, and I think you have some ink light art there. From what at the glance, I loved it. So welcome. And hi Kuro, you're back. Yay. I don't know how are you guys, but sometimes after I get really sick, suddenly I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how to paint anymore. Okay, I'm trying to kind of zoom back maybe so you guys can see the whole thing. Ah, there we go. So I started my background, I kind of washed it in this like really dead gray color, which I'm wondering if that was a good idea. I don't know, but I'm going to go in today with a different color, obviously. You are very kind. I don't think I am pro by any means, but I think maybe that's how we always feel. We're just constantly trying to get better. There's no pro and non-pro, I guess. That's my belief. I also got this new oval brush that I love. I do feel like I need a bigger size for this today though. Let's see. Okay, so that's, see, this is too big. I really need to have an in-between size. Maybe we'll do this. Okay, we'll do this today. So how's everybody been? How was the Easter weekend if you celebrated? And stay healthy, take your vitamin C's, don't get sick. So I usually have like a piece of scrap paper to test my paint color. So let's see how was this. Okay. A warmish kind of pink. I don't. What do you guys think? Probably needs it to be lighter. Sounds good, Kuro. Have a great fun time. Love class trips. I'll see you soon, I'm sure. Okay, so here we go. I've decided I'm just gonna go with that cool kind of pink. I did dilute it super light. So I also got this new pink palette I'm super excited about. Okay, so I've decided, as you can see, the light is kind of coming from 3 o'clock. Me looking at it, and I kind of positioned my flower kind of such, but I don't think this piece is gonna have so much light before that. Ash again, sounds good. So, here we go. I'm stalling, huh? First stroke is always so nerve-wracking for me. Okay. And that's my pink hair on the palette. So I'm kind of, I guess, playing around with a different color for the porcelain head. The last piece I used blue. Hi Lute, good evening. Last piece I kind of used blue. I liked it. We're just experimenting, having fun. So let's see how we feel about this pink piece here. Chin's usually a bit darker. Hi Wonder, how are you? I was just telling everyone last week I was so sick. I was down for a whole week and I'm so sad to miss my live streaming time. I did start a new piece and so today I'm just continuing with it. Oh, light source from this way. Wonder, I saw you and graphics join live streaming. So fun. I wonder how that experience is. I'm sure it was very inspiring, just working together with someone else alongside, you know. So I'm gonna give my little figurines a pink wash right now. And I don't know why my color is like granular. Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go down so low. Okay, 3 o'clock kind of light. Okay, so that means this part is gonna be a little bit darker. This part's gonna be a little bit darker. This part maybe not as much. We're coordinating with some things. Awesome. So just did the nose bridge this way. I'm like so scared of messing up with my light source. And then I feel like the whole piece is ruined. But maybe not. But maybe not as dramatic. This will have not not so much a direct shadow since you will be behind her, but I also messed around with masking fluid yesterday. Masking fluid, it turned out to be such a disaster. So I think I need to do a few more rounds of practice. Okay. So this is a shadow here. And I have found my settle on this as my blender brush, which I love. Masking fluid was not fun, actually. I just use it in my watercolor sketchbook, which I know is not the best paper quality, and I just left it on for literally 5 minutes and just ripped the whole page apart. So, and ruined the brush along the way. So I don't think I was doing, whatever it was, I don't think I was doing a very good job with it. Wow, you know what's funny? When you paint a face sideways, it's a completely strange and new experience. Kind of weird, kind of funny. Kind of interesting. Felt pretty natural when I painted the other side, but now I'm like, whoa, it's weird. Sideway heads. No. I know. So that was interesting. So I was talking to my friend and he said that I need to have a soap, hand soap, bar soap ready to dip my brushes in before masking fluid and use better paper. So the experiment continues. Have a shadow. I'll do some shadows here. Let's add some more. Here. Yes, Kent, that was exactly my experience. Yes, so not for cheap, masking fluid is not for cheap paper, and not for like, you know, there's some paper that's like fluffier and some are more compact. I imagine the ones that are more compact is better. I wonder, yes, I could apply with a little stick, but I think I wanted the fluidity of following some curves, which is hard with a stick. Yeah, I think it bonds with the surface of the paper. I don't think it can be careful. It just tears it apart. With brushes, I know, it's brushes, such finicky creatures. But I think I figured it out because I have some glycerin paint brush, glycerin paint brush cleaner, and that pretty much can do the job, I believe. Yes, and also, you know what I realized, that you know, when you either you're doing the frisket, like blocking some area out, or you are working with masking fluid because you want to preserve the highlights of things, and you almost have to decide where the light is gonna. I mean, it's kind of obvious now that I'm saying it, but I didn't. You can't just go with all edges. It's like there's a very, you know, apply the highlights where it needs to be, and not do it when it doesn't. Otherwise, it makes it, at least to me, makes it look very artificial. Weird. Anyway, so it's an experiment to be continued. Okay, so I kind of like this pink wash of the face. I just make some more water in my paint because I want to go higher without adding more pigments. Gotta leave it be now. And I am currently in search of the biggest watercolor paper I can find in a heavyweight. It's turned out to be harder than I thought. Because I think the next piece I do is gonna be a big one. I mean, bigger than this, but not as big as it can get yet because I don't have the paper. Cool. I'm gonna first wash, second wash of the face. Let that be. And I added a little hand to this piece, whereas that it was devoid of that in the last piece. Hi, Pinky. Oh, hi, Graphic. Good afternoon, I guess, to you now. So back to Ken's question, I'm using the best masking fluid there is by Winsor and Newton, and this is like everything that all the professionals are using. I think it was my paper quality. Thank you, Wonder. You're the best. Okay, here we go. So I added a little hand. Not a little hand. It's a giant hand, actually. I had it. Excuse me. I added a hand in this piece because I sometimes think that in any piece that the face and the hand is almost the most important feature. It's like where your eyes goes immediately, and our mind can kind of fill in all the in-between. And I thought having a hand is even more descriptive, emotional. And hands are really hard to draw, so it's good practice. You just used some the other day. So graphic, do share what I was just telling everyone. I had my masking fluid experiment yesterday and it was a disaster. Ruined the brush, torn the paper apart. I'm feeling completely discouraged. So after doing some research, I think the brush itself needs to be, my friend told me to use hand soap, but I think I found this glycerin brush cleaner and I kind of like dabbed it on it. It felt like it was fine. And then Ken and I were discussing how cheap paper is not made for masking fluid. And yeah, so what is your experience? I feel like graphic was one of the, have definitely encouraged me to use masking fluid. So yeah, honestly, this is just an experiment in the making still. Underside of hands, always in the shadow, and this one's probably very much in the shadow. The shadow from its own shadow and shadow from the face. So I'm just gonna leave a tiny bit of white on top. Use old brush to work and make sure it's 100% dry. You mean the brush or the paper? I don't think I waited until it's dry and then work on it. I think I just added paint to it immediately almost. Could that be the reason? Here or pink here. Let's add some more pink here. Speed with it. Speed, okay. Speed, so is it okay, got it. I do see on Instagram or just on internet that there are artists who has finished a whole piece and then peel it off. Or is that just the illusion? It doesn't work like that. Well, let me catch up on the chat. So you got it turns a yucky yellow when it's done, yes, and it smells disgusting. Ken asked, do you do anything like draw little thumbs when you plan on a piece? Yes, I actually painstakingly draw it out on my sometimes I do in Procreate, sometimes I do in Photoshop. I plan it out before I sketch on a bigger paper. And This piece here is actually a study, actually. So I think I'm still working out the study part. I'm just having fun with it, but I probably should be much faster with the study. Okay, so we have a hand ready. Yeah, and you really should do that, because before I would just, you know, have an idea, pencil it on bigger paper right away, and then color it up based on my intuition, and it's hit or miss, and I don't think that's the best practice for an artist. So yes, I do sketch them out. I actually have my sketchbook with me. Let's see if I put this sketch in my sketchbook. So I kind of concept in my sketchbook, draw it out in Photoshop, and draw it out in my Photoshop. And then I'm still doing the study right now. Okay, I don't have the specific piece in my sketchbook, but this is kind of was my sketch for my last piece. And then as I have all these, see, I sketched them out. So this is concepting, and then I do color planning in Photoshop. Okay, so I just did that. I gave it. Oh yeah, the latex fluid I have, it smells so bad. It's like, oh, it smells so bad. I can't even describe that smell. I just hate it. Okay, so we have the wash down. Okay, I think I'm ready to just go into the flowers now. I think I want to start from this side today. So I did mention that I did my first wash already. And let's see. Okay, so strangely, I always struggle with this. Like, I feel like the second wash, I just go in with like darker color, block all the light and color, all the like light and shadow right away. But I'm always so scared of doing that. But today I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Hello, Kudakana. Did I say that right? Welcome. I'm mixing my purple now, so I guess I'm starting with purple, huh? Since they're kind of scattered, I'll follow along. So we'll do purple, blue, pink, in no particular order. Yes, I think it's good to just do as many thumbs as you can come up with of that same idea. Sometimes you're like I always am surprised. For the longest time, I always thought my first idea is the best idea, because you kind of do it, and then all the iterations come after that is iterations, right? It just never seems as good. But I also feel like now that I'm a little bit more mature, that I feel like it's a very immature mentality, because we all get attached with our first artwork. It's like, oh, it's good, but I think there's merit in iteration and letting go of that first one, and then be open to other ones. Did I do it dark enough? And also got these new brushes, which I love. I think I made it too watery. Let's see, yeah. And I think that side of the purple, I want it to be a little bit cooler. So we have some purple. Ugh. Try to make it more dark, and it just won't do it. I agree with Titan. Scribbling is absolutely a great way. I feel like in fact, I think some of my best ideas come from subconscious scribbling. Okay, how do we feel about this color? It's pretty brilliant, or not like us, like color brilliant, intensity wise, not like it's so brilliant. I think watercolor is one of the hardest mediums to master because you kind of have to start with the finish in mind, and that's something apparently it's really hard, and I agree just from my experience. Awesome, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna lay it down then. So now I'm imagining in my head those little creatures, as you can see in the back, they're gonna be in gouache, which means they're gonna pop out a lot. But I don't want them just pop out for no reason, so I want to make the flowers a little bit more brilliant than usual, and then the head and the background. So there's like 4 depths: background, head, flower, and the creatures. And I always forget the light source. Sometimes I just go automatic, so I'm trying not to do that, and it's pretty hard. Maybe get a little bit closer today. And also feel like I don't experiment enough, because you know, I always approach every piece with, this is my best piece. And I don't know if that's a good thing. So now I'm just trying to be more forgiving and treat kind of each piece as an experiment. I'm really practicing this idea of let the mess be, let the mess have fun, I guess. See that. I guess scary part for me about coloring in is like I don't really. There's nothing you can prepare for how the watercolor is actually going to behave. I think with time it becomes easier, but it's unpredictable in some ways, also predictable in others. And there's no brush or tool on the computer digitally that perfectly mimics it. So it's always a little surprise for me when I'm actually painting it. And then I know that the next piece I paint, even though it's exactly the same image, it'll probably come out slightly different. So I'm just gonna leave this part untouched. And then maybe make the center a little bit darker. I love it. We're brainstorming in the chat about artistic activities. Okay, so I added the center just now. Usually I do that last, but why not? We're experimenting. Here we go. And then, so next purple is gonna be this. I have some of that dark blue in my brush already, so I'm just gonna go with it. I also don't want to over prepare sometimes, and like know exactly how A to Z is gonna go. It's just a giant mystery of this artistic practice. And I was hosting a spaces this morning about AI in our lives, and I think more than ever we want to see this imperfection in the artistic process, because you know AI can only create the most perfect image. Well, not perfect, but pretty good in all standards. Just gotta leave that be like that. Let's go to this one. And I've said this on my live so many times that I do not want to over blend my watercolor. Kind of and leave some of the harsh shadows. I'm still very much learning. I'm still watching YouTube tutorials about watercolor all the time. So I just want to master this and become the best that I can be at it. Okay. All right. And now the purple is definitely standing out more. Let's go over to this one. Nice. I got a bunch based on being a better artist. Can always be a better artist, for sure. Done that. Stop myself there. Oh, that's kind of cool. Who's there? So the flower just curves a little bit. When is a good time for you guys? I wonder, I feel like everybody's gonna have different times. I think you should just set a time and then whoever shows up will show up, you know? Because especially we're all in different time zones, different lifestyle. That would be an impossible task to find a time that works for everyone. But yeah. I think as long as you and Titan have a time that you work out. I'm just gonna leave this part be. You can only for courtesy. Yes, sounds good. Yes, yes. Friday nights, I'm gonna just throw it out there. Friday nights are generally pretty cool for me. Should have let that dry first. Pinky's a vampire. I wish I was an empire. Then I can live forever. And you ask, why do you want to live forever? So I can become the best artist I can be and learn as many things as I can, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm wiggling my edges a little bit today. I think that's good. I'm not even gonna do too much here. Next, let's do pink since we're here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 pinks. So I kind of scatter the flowers so you can eyes kind of move around it. I don't know. I don't know if it's any good. We'll see. Okay. So let me mix it. Do I want to use this pink? Oh, Friday is definitely the money day for restaurants. I think that's what you meant, right? Okay, so I laid down the wash in the pink, but I think I'm gonna just use this pink right now. Let's see how that goes. Oof. Coincidentally, that's also the pink I used for my first study. So I added some blue to cool it down. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, much better. Okay. Let's see. So I have a petals curled up, petal curls down. Let's start with here first. And yes, because I already have a wash down already. This color's kind of, let's look at this. I'm having slight doubts about this color, but oh, awesome. I think I scrolled through the Discord and I saw a bunch of them. I know it's like I need to go back to it. I actually just saw all you and Modern's collab ones first. I'm sorry. But that's so sweet. I had to go watch it now. Definitely. I think that's like the nicest, biggest compliment that I'm inspiring you to do more floral. I just can't wait for graphic modern to do it now. The pink flower, imagine that. But yeah, I went through all you and his collabs. Good, good. So this is kind of curling up, which is interesting. Do that here. Yay! If you do, I don't know if you can tag me, but I'll definitely help. Something crazy here. All right. So I kind of took this purple, mixed it with this pink, and now it's the center of these imaginary flowers that are a hybrid between anemones and cherry blossoms, I guess. Awesome. Yes, tag everyone. I am glad I'm not like super dwelling on each one of this. I feel like last piece I did, I just had such a hard time moving on to the next flower, which made them not so nice in some areas and in some ways. So there is a saying in Chinese that when you get really, really sick and after you recover, you're like a new person with new thoughts and new perspectives. And I had to say, it's kind of true. I was super sick, and after I got better, I just had like a totally different view. Well, not totally, but just slightly different view about life and art and my process. Strange, I know. Oh, that's so sweet. Like what? Kent heart. You should, I don't know, take a picture for me or something. My friends send me things all the time. Like a Volkswagen covered in pink fur. Pinky, yes, love it. A flamingo wearing a silly hat. Pinky, yes. So much love. Oh, I love you guys too. So Kent, have you been in the Discord for a while? Are you new? So, oh yeah, thumbnail looks good. So pink, pink. That is not a pink, not a pink. Pink, although kind of started out not pink. A pink axolotl! Oh my gosh, I love axolotls! Actually kind of obsessed. And I love that when you have when you're healthy, you have 1,000 problems. When you're sick, you just have one. Yeah, really clears your mind. It declutters. And I don't know if you guys have heard this, but you know, sometimes being stressed out and just overwhelmed and whatever can actually make you physically sick too. So there's definitely something to the mental health and the physical health. Lesson 2. Oh, okay. Awesome. So welcome. So excited you're here. I'm so glad Wonder found you, and Wonder, you're doing such a good job. Awesome. And I need to do a better job of checking Discord. Just so many apps. I think I was just so traumatized by Discord before. I think Trevor will understand. You notice today I'm trying really hard to do this one fluid stroke motion and then allowing myself one stroke motion for blending, and that's it. Oh, that was more than one stroke though, sorry. I guess that's the goal. I'm wondering if I need to go back and add these line details. I might. You always did art but never stuck with it. I can fully understand that. And yes, I think being in a Discord with other artists who are actively doing things definitely helps. And speaking from personal experience, every time I see Wonder go live, I'm like, I'm not doing enough. It's inspiring though, for sure. So I was an art major in university college days, and then I went like 360 degrees with all my other careers, because I mean, calling yourself artist or wanting to do art is such a scary thing. I'm this might be jaded, but I was like, the world does not need another artist, but every artist's views and thoughts are so totally unique that if you don't share, the world is also missing something. It's a very complicated thought for me. So I went around 360, I used to be a management consultant, then I was a shoe designer for a long time. And then finally, I was like, I still want to be an artist. So here I am, trying to be an artist. And my goal is to become a professional artist. And I'm working on it every day, thinking of that every day, hoping it will happen. And I know it will if I keep going at it long enough. Since this is just in the corner, I'm just gonna not do too much detail there. Maybe add some purple in the middle. Okay. See ya, Titan. Thanks for stopping by. Jaded. Who isn't jaded these days? But that doesn't mean you have to stop doing anything, I guess. Okay, so now let's go to this color, which is, I know it's like a weird color, and I don't even know what I mixed to get to this point. But I thought I didn't want all the flowers to be like bright colors, and I thought I think there's something to a muted color. So here we are. But don't be jaded, you know. Thank you, Trevor. I know I will. I read that most artists give up too soon, and most people, you know, like musicians, whatever creative pursuit they're in, you give up too soon. So I'm not trying not to be, I guess. An artist I follow, I saw that Siobhan Wang, which is, you know, another, I think she's Chinese, but she's Malaysian maybe. She just got a collaboration with Shumemura, the makeup brand. That's like my dream, to collaborate with these awesome brands that I love. So I'm putting that out there in the universe. It will happen one day. Makeup brands, clothing brands, so awesome. Oh, Wonder, I really appreciate that. That's so sweet. I think we're on a different journey, right? This is a long grayscale and we are on different parts of it. And I would argue that for artists who are at the top of the pinnacle, like, you know, Murakami or Jeff Koons even, I'm sure they're wondering where they can go next. And it always saddens me when I meet an artist, they're in the middle of the career and then they switch to something else completely. That always saddens me, but I think you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Ooh. Okay. It's a bit warmer than I wanted. And I hope I'm I'm hoping I'm setting good examples for you, Wonder. But we're on our own journey. Oh, yes, graphic. That's such an awesome feeling. So it is warmer than I wanted. However, this is warm, so maybe that's okay. Brushed by someone special. Ah, what a nice, just the sound of all that, just wonderful. And you should definitely treasure it because I don't know if that happens very often in life. And when we do, it's life-changing. Okay, so I had a little center here, kind of got lost. So I'm just gonna block that out real quick. See, I've forgot my light source again. Where are we? So 3 o'clock going this way. This way. But oh well, we're just doing a giant experiment, right? Life is a giant experiment. Don't be afraid to experiment. Did just add some purple back in. So this bottom part, I think I can go warmer. Yes, thinking about the reflective light on this cluster. And I'm just gonna leave that be actually. Taking my advice of not over blend. I don't even know I'm pausing because I'm wondering if I need to make this flower a bit darker. Let's see. Let's see if I... I like this better. So I add a little bit of navy blue in my mix and then just tone it down or darken it. I think I should tune it up, but yes. Absolutely, and if you go on TikTok or any of the Instagram, I'm sure there are videos of it, of Asian Chinese wives doing that to their husbands. I sometimes find a lot of similarities in Mexican and Asian culture. Actually, it's pretty cool. I don't know if you feel similar, wonder, or modern, like in the flavor, some of the spices. Okay, that's better. Okay, cool. I didn't like how those two colors are so close in color that I couldn't tell which one's closer to than the other. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this flower, which I planned in my head is gonna be the same color. So we'll see. I might make it a little bit darker. Containers, yes. And then if it's an Asian lady, then it's like plastic bags. Like my mom and my aunts or sisters, they use those, you know, grocery plastic bags for everything, literally everything, and for any occasion. Like, you can't show up to a party with a gift in that bag. It's funny. Where am I with this? Oh yeah, how was everyone's Easter? For those who celebrate it, I guess. I'm not really religious, but I do have a child, and Easter is a big kid thing, I guess, you know. But hopefully it was full pastels and treats. This time of the year is also my favorite because I love pastel colors and they're just everywhere. Okay, good, good, yes. Like that there's a little bit more depth to it. Yes, now I'm curious about that. Oh. I said oh because I don't know what color that's gonna be. But I think I'm gonna do that color, but make it darker, obviously. Oh, was it busy? I'm guessing. I imagine Easter is a pretty busy restaurant day. Oh, you're sick too? That's no fun. I think I was better by Easter. Thank goodness. No, so fun. So I see. Easter just meh for adults. That's the general feeling I'm getting. Should I? Yeah. It's weird. Okay. Okay. And then I'm picturing my head at the end. I want to go over details with these flowers. These are fine. I'm gonna leave that be. Okay, so now this is my problem area. color should I do that one? All my colors now are cool, kind of in the darker hue side. Thinking maybe I'll brighten that area up. Raccoons. Okay, cool. I like that color. It's like a living coral kind of color that I just mixed. Okay. I don't even think I'm gonna do anything here. Brighten this area up. A little bit of vermilion red goes a long way. To the paper, blow through it. So I have like a little fold here. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Okay, not bad. The other color to make that the center. I wonder if you can. I think they're in Disney World. Apparently, they train birds to do that. Pick up plastic bottles, throw on the ground, and put them in trash can. It's super cool. Ravens are very smart, apparently. So I have my first wash down basically for all my or second wash down, sorry. Second wash down for all my flowers. I'm gonna go back to the background, work on that a little bit, some details, and I'm gonna get into the little figurines. Kind of nervous about that. I did practice with gouache yesterday. because I don't want to paint gouache. I was doing this thing where I was painting gouache like watercolor, and I didn't want to do that. Nice. Creative growth tree. Tree grows? Tree grows. Obvious. Actually, I'm terrible with names, so. Ooh, I like the Imaginarium. That's a super cool word. That's a super cool word. I love it. Imaginarium. I'm also terrible at naming things, so taking notes here. Still need a name for my little creatures. I want something like iconic, like, I don't know. I'm sure Totoro wasn't iconic before it became Totoro. But yeah, still looking for a name for my little creatures. Also wondering if I should just give them individual names. I guess I need both, all the above. Individual names and the names. And the names of the species. Creative roots. Imaginarium. Wonder nailed it. She already done. Okay. Oh shoot, oh, I'm so sorry. So I just added all those darker parts of this to make it pop more. And I am not gonna do too much here because it's already doing that already, and I don't know adding a little bit more is gonna change much. And maybe just a little bit. I outline some of the petals just like that. All right. Okay. Now coming to these girls. Right here. This mustard yellow is kind of growing on me. Oh no. Well, that doesn't, I don't think that's here in my zoo, so does that make it okay? I know, zoos are kind of sad. I love zoos, but they also are kind of sad. Just gonna leave it like that. Oh. Let's do this here. Ooh, okay. Blooms, nice. And the little guy right here. Don't want to overwork it. Kind of gently wash my brush, not the whole way. And then I'm going to do a little bit of sweet but reflective color yellow here. Oh, I know. Oh. I'm wondering if the blue now seems too light. I'm not gonna touch it yet. We'll see. Okay. So now let's get back. Background's okay. I pushed it way back. I added some blue. I'm gonna do this pooling area. Okay. So I'm just gonna get to it right away. I always love these. I always love these like side branches. That's one of my favorite parts to draw. So here we are. Dark enough. But you do you. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Wonder. You do you. We trust your judgment. Ah, that's the direction. Here we go. Okay. That's a pretty color, huh? Embrace the chaotic chaos of plants. Some growing out of here I planned. Okay, so here we go. These are almost hair-like right now. It's kind of cool. Kind of creepy about them. Enjoy, I like that. But it would be kind of cool if these like thing grew out of skull or something. I have yet to draw a skull to graphics point. And I need to get to it. Add some texture to them. Gently and then not so gently dot them. I think they're good now. I'll see if I need to go back and add some more. On top of here, I want to add some more. Opposite. I'm gonna do that last because I need to have you painted a tiny one in the pupil of the flower. Yeah, I love it. I think I'll just do that. Yes. Oops. Let me get some. Today's branches are thicker than usual, huh? But maybe it's a brush. Let's go here. More delicately with the tip. Okay, here we go. I think maybe some here. do like this color very much, this tealish green color. I know that in watercolors that you're supposed to work from light to dark. But I think the dark color is upon us. I'm gonna do the dark color and then work on the gouache. I'm scared to work on the gouache because there's no turning back once you go really bright. Okay. Oh, hi Phantom. Hello, welcome. Good afternoon. What time is it? Oh, okay. Happy Wednesday. If you guys are just discovering me, don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe or follow, depending on where you're watching me, and maybe turn on the notification bell so you won't miss my next session. Here we go. I'd make something super dark, and it's not dark enough. Why? Okay. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. Okay. So this is gonna be a bit tricky. I'm trying to color in the shadow, the pulling, the brain juice falling out, dark matter juice. I don't know. Don't listen to me. But I don't want it to become an uneven wash, so I think I'm gonna water base it first. Phantom said hi, gosh. There's a lag in the Internet of Things. Okay, so I'm giving these areas a clear water wash because I'm afraid that they'll become uneven if I just do an even wash on them. Well, we'll see how this goes. See, this will be the area I would use masking fluid if I figured it out yesterday. But I didn't. And I can't do speed. It's gonna be a tricky thing. Peace sign. It's like aloha, which I actually love. Hello, goodbye. How you been, Phantom? I feel like I need to catch up on everyone's live stream. It's been a while since I'm fully conscious of my existence. AKA being deathly sick. Okay, so I kind of glaze this area with some water. I hope it's gonna be fine. I think this part, speed, is also probably the most important thing. But all these tiny curves certainly don't help. Hair is still wet, so it's okay. Go over to this side. It's drying too fast. I think I could do a spray trick later, see how that goes. Do love my new brush though. Phantom, you are not alone. I feel like it's been forever since I've been here. I'm just doing weekly Wednesday streams now. And then last week was my first set Wednesday and I got deathly ill, so I couldn't even stand up to do it. So it's been a couple weeks since I've went live. So I think that's our feelings mutual. It's been forever. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you're here today. And what is Wonder saying? Where's my petals? By calling, give up petals for our petals. This is not the Bachelorette or anything, you know. It'd be cool if I name each petal after you guys, though. There's an idea. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna let that idea marinate. How cool would that be if I named my creatures after you guys? Oh, shit. Okay, it didn't get as streaky as I thought, which is good. You want a very cool soft velvet blue. Okay, red it is. Full modern, full graphic. But yeah, I didn't think of that idea. Oh no, I just totally messed up my color. Okay. So I added some dark hue, darker than I wanted, but that's all right. I'm gonna just do the immediate part here in this dark color. Oh my god, my hand's still shaking. Yeah, I feel like a crimson red seems appropriate. And I will give Trevor a green color because it's very healing. And Wonder a orange-ish kind of color because she's so bright and happy in sunshine. Let's see how this goes. That's too much. You're like, Lizzie, what are you doing? I swear I had a plan. Okay, so this is something new I just learned. You put your hand over here and you kind of spritz bottle's too thick. Ugh. And I think I need it to be further away. But anyways, that's alright. Just do this old-fashioned way. Yeah, that area of the paper is not too happy right now because I put so much water in it, so I'm gonna let that dry. And then make these under areas darker. And then this underneath area. I don't know if adding water here actually helped any, because it dried up so fast. But I guess it is good that there's a little bit of separation from the branch and best part about making art is those happy accidents for me. Or accidents that really challenge your problem-solving skills. It's crazy that this looks black on paper, because when I mixed it, it's almost brownish. Huh. I like these shapes because I think they really give my painting a surreal vibe. As I'm painstakingly try to fill this area. And I'll go lighter here. Yes, okay. Peekaboo little green color. That's interesting. Where did that come from? Okay. As I'm letting this color settle, I'm gonna mix that teal color again. Hopefully I match it close. Okay, not bad. Good enough. And I want to fill in some of Reed. So mix a little bit more green, I guess. I'm gonna fill some of these areas in to give it to some variance. Oh, not this one. Okay. That's better. Okay, duty noted. Should I do that now? I think it was all meant to be. Wonder. I am just a connector and graphic. Read my DMs. I did it. Cool. That makes me so happy. Truly. Did I leave any parts out? Okay, maybe we'll do a little bit here so it doesn't feel so lonely here. I don't know if you guys have this problem, all you artists. Everything always takes longer than you think. Today I was like 2 hours. I should be into my detail, into my gouache already, but I'm not. had to thank Wonder for finding me when I think when I just started my channel, and it's been pretty awesome. Ooh, I don't want to do that color. All wonderful things. I'm sure he'll tell you. Okay, so now there's this illusion of that color comes into these branches. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. This is drying up. I'm gonna see how they dry first before I go crazy on them. I think the bottom part's okay because I have some details I need to add, so that's okay. I just need this part to, oh, no. I'm just Graphic just DM me saying how serendipitous joining my live that one time was. Super random, I know. Just gonna make under here slightly dark. Oh, no, it's not even that dark. I need to get away from this area. I'm overworking the paper, and you know that because the paper's buckling like crazy. And that can't end well, so. Stop. Okay. I'm gonna stop. Stop right here. Okay. So I have some details. I imagine like there's brain juice spilling out of her head, and then from that there's some dark growth happening. Oh, that's awesome, Graphic. Thank you for saying that. The medium which we pass through. I am honored to be that medium, truly. And this is my second exploration of this piece, Shell of Self. The whole concept behind it is that the shell, the person, is the self, is you, is me, is anybody out there. And what inspired this piece was that I had a conversation and with a friend, and I kind of realized we all have so many thoughts on our daily basis. I just can't even know sometimes what's real, what's mine. And these little figures, these little creatures are kind of our thoughts, but externalized, personified as they investigate us, the shell, in return. I'm writing something for it. I hope it becomes more poetic, is just how I described it. But that's the premise behind the inspiration for this piece, for this whole series, I guess. For this idea, this new concept, which really feels like a big moment for my art career. So from the darkness, there's some growth happening as well. I almost drank all my brush water again yesterday. That happens. That has happened to me more than once that I'm willing to share. That's why I have crazy amount of jars. Big brain art. Phantom Fair, I love that. Yes. Except the brain kind of spilling out of her. It's dark and it's beautiful and it's crazy all at the same time. And I think my purpose for this piece, if art has any purpose at all besides the visual, something pretty to look at, is that I want everyone to kind of, take a pause and examining your thoughts to see if they're serving you still, to see if they're even good thoughts to have. And if they're not, you need to eliminate them from your brain ASAP. Otherwise, you'll fester like all these darkness happening at the bottom and becoming something worse that we don't want. Dark juice man. Yes. Yeah, it's all coming out of her. The dark juice, dark brain juice, dark matter juice. So yeah, I think so often we just, we just let idle thoughts kind of rule us, and you'll be surprised how much they affect our mental health, especially when you have negative thoughts. And I read that as a human being in general, on average, we have like thousands of negative thoughts a day in passing. Obviously, it's different from person to person, but that's a lot. And that's not good. Okay, do I need more? The texture it creates. So I guess, yeah, this piece is, I guess, a bit more sinister than my previous ones. This creepy red branches, and then it turning into little claws, maybe. Ooh, okay. Good. So much to look forward to, Yeah, get rid of those dark thoughts that don't serve you anymore. As I'm adding more to it. Okay. Do I need any more? I think I'm good. Okay. let's check. Yeah, that cool, love it. Okay, I'm gonna work on the background a little bit more in this area. I think that needs a little bit blue because it seems so plain there right now. And then I'm gonna get to the fun part, the little figures. Let's see how much. I think I used a dark navy last time, but yeah. And for this one, I'm gonna spritz some shit. Just to wet the surface. And you can absolutely train your thoughts to go one way or another. I guess if you left it unchecked, then you'll be negative in the long run. And it will be fear-based, because that's our lizard brain trying to keep us in our place. But don't give in to that. Do a little bit more here. Do a bit more here, although that's probably something I shouldn't do. It takes a lot more work to be positive all the time, but I think it's worth it. Oh, I just realized I totally forgot to paint that. Okay, so we kind of darken that corner. Use my best friend paper towel to soften some of the edges. Okay. Spray some water here. Whoa, not what I want. And just blend that blue over to the side, but not doing too much for it. Okay. Okay. Now coming back to pick up some dark color again. So this is the shell part. The thickness of the skull. If you can imagine, you slice, give a lobotomy to your head. Now imagining there is a thickness to it. And the inside part it should be darker. Yes. I feel like this seems a little watery, but I might be okay with that. Debating what what color I want to mix next. Kind of like the dark blue hue, so add a tiny bit more green to it. So I can do this. I say ew because I feel like my paint gathered a lot of dust. And then I'm gonna fill that in here, feel some texture in here. Leaves, maybe. Only because I saw a big old gap there. See how this color fares. Too bright. So this is a leaf. And I'm just going to color the center here and let the color spread. That's making me wonder if I do that with my flower. Yeah. Yes. So remember those girls here? Now they see. I like the color I just mixed. So I'm gonna hope I don't regret this. I'm gonna darken some of the areas with this color just mixed because it's such a pretty color and it's very strong. But not all of it. Eating lunch, yes. Eat lunch. Definitely eat lunch. Are you on break, Modern, or you're still, or you're done for the day? I said I wasn't going to do that. Oh, nice. Such a pretty color. This is peacock blue green. So last time, I guess for some reason I stopped here. No idea why. So I'm just gonna do that. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I love it. So do this, darken this area, darken this petal. And because light shining this way, I'm gonna just add a little bit of shades here. And that's it. Okay. And this is what a muddy mess. Okay, let's fix that. I do feel like because I'm only streaming once a week, my endurance has increased. Also, I'm very excited about finishing this piece. Maybe that's why too. Hi Goofy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Love it. So now that leaf and this ties in. I'm glad I didn't go super Pepto-Bismol with that pink, because now it kind of blends in, I guess. What do you want to do? I'm gonna add a tiny bit of pink to this flower to bring that light back. Just a tiny bit without taking over the color. Have a little bit of reflective coloring. How have you been, Goofy? Hope all is well. Now let's get back to her face. Okay. Looking at the screen is kind of creepy, huh? Looking at you like that. And I'm actually wondering if this should be done in gouache, but And then center is a little bit darker. And then I'm going to just add a tiny bit of black here. Make the nostril a little bit darker. And then the lips. Her mouth is slightly gaped open. When I drop this in. Yes. Okay, maybe a little bit of darkness here. And a tiny bit here on top. Too dark. Not too dark, but don't like this dark shadow here. Here we go. No problem, Wonder. Have a great day. I'll check Discord to see when we're hanging out. Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday, yes? Okay. And then let's do her eyebrow. I do want to darken her eyebrow, but I'm on the side. Super weird. Okay. Okay, let's do this. I'm trying to have even pressure on it so I don't end up with like a comic tail or anything like that. But no promises. This is more like I feel like I'm doing, oh shit, comic book shadowing right now. I think I'm gonna do maybe one of the figures in gouache, and then I might need to go eat lunch or something because I'm hungry. Apologize, this is my ankle. Sometimes I really wish I can paint with both hands, you know, people who are ambidextrous. No, they're not even now. And I just diluted the paint in my brush. I'm just gonna go over this area with the watery. There we go. 2,000 wait, how many? Okay, 20,000 pesos. That sounds like a lot. Okay. Ugh. I think I'll fix that when this dries. This uneven, this really bothers me. Okay, I think this needs to go up a tiny bit more. I might work on this off camera when I need to like climb on the table or something, so I can look at it top down. But looking at the camera actually really helps right now. Okay, let's not make it worse. Leaving that alone. And then currently the lips are not colored, and I feel like I should. So, but I don't want to make them pop or anything, so I'm just gonna use the same pink that I used for the corner flower. Actually, I'm gonna wet the surface first, so it just even spreads. Oh, wow, I mean that is still a lot of money, so you should feel rich. I thought it was like $20 or something. I have no idea. Currency, no idea. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it like that. She's a little glamorous with her little fuchsia lips. She's a hot mess. Glamorous, but with dark matter juice coming out of her head. Okay. I know, you got until August. Okay, let's take a little progress check. Flower, love that part. Those figurines are really showing up now. Cool. Which one should I start? Not that one. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, so it's a little story about these figurines. On this piece, I have 4 of them. They all work in team, always, obviously. We have this girl who is a leader, who's just going for it, reaching into her eyes to see what's up. She's wearing little bloomer pants with a little cute butt. Can't wait to paint that part. And then we have this one who I imagine was the mischievous one, and she just hanging on top of these flowers, looking at her like, let's see what kind of mess she's gonna make. And then we have little 2 helpers here. They're both holding like she's holding a little light, like a flower bud, but I thought it was funny to represent a little light bulb. She's holding like a torch, a lamp, looking down. And then I love this one because she is just in her own world. She found the torch, holds it, she says, I love it. It has no care of what's actually going on behind her. I feel like that will be me in real life if I had to put a self on it. Death becomes her. So I'm gonna paint this one first, actually, using my test. She's gonna be my test subject for gouache. Right here, cool. Bioluminescent plant. Wow, that sounds awesome. Do they exist? Bioluminescent plants. Oh, I should ask Wonders. I bet she would know. I know they're bioluminescent animals, obviously. But yeah, I wonder if they're bioluminescent plants. And that would be super cool. If there are bioluminescent plants, of course these creatures are gonna use them as torches and light bulbs. I mean, wouldn't I feel like primitive humans, if they come across them, probably will make them light bulbs too. Seems like a no-brainer. I don't know either. Ask Google. You know, my recent thing that I started, well, not recent, like something I really try to do since maybe last year or so, is that one of my friend, she's so good about this, that every time there's something that she doesn't know, come across something she doesn't have not heard of, whatever it is, she looks up on Google, like on her phone right away. So then you kind of convert that question into knowledge, right? You find the answer, you're like, oh, now you know. But I used to never do that. I, encounter something that I don't know. It's like, oh yeah, I should look that up later. But you never do when you do that. So I'm trying to do a better job. Firefly Petunia. Oh, I love that name. So I've been trying to just do better in that area. When I come across something I don't know, I just look it up right away. And I feel like I'm a smarter person because of it. So you guys should do it too, if you don't do it already. Clearly Modern's on top of it. Firefly Petunia, and they do exist. Amazing. Okay, so I'm cleaning my brushes now because I'm gonna was just gonna say moving to gouache, but it's a little guy here I wanna. This torch is still in white, so okay, this is gonna be tricky. So I don't. Don't want to make them too dark and take that bioluminescence away. There's one called Firefly Petunia. Oh, I love that name. gonna do one little guy, then I'm gonna finish rest of it off screen probably. And then next week we'll come back with yet another new painting. I know, because I don't think I can wait a week without working on it. But, well, who knows? Knock on wood. Hope I don't get sick again. Okay. Actually, before I do that, I just noticed all these edges here. I'm trying to soften. And I don't mind so much of going into the figure right now because the gouache is gonna be pretty intense when it comes coverage, so it will just be covered anyways. And I think I need to add some blues to that area. So, gouache. Takes time to clear this one. So I have my gouache palette here, and believe it or not, I have not even utilized all my gouache color yet. They're tubes that I've never used. So gouache is a medium that dries, so I'm gonna re-wet it again with some water. Kind of let that soak. And I'm gonna kind of plan out my colors right now. I'm probably using a pointy brush again still, because I experimented with some flat brushes and I don't think the results were optimal. Okay. Okay, what color should I make this one? Probably a blue, red, blue. I know, I already planned the colors up, but now I'm looking at my now I'm looking at my sketch. It's like maybe I don't love it again. Okay. Blue, purple, red, yellow. Blue, purple, red, yellow. Blue, red, purple, yellow. Okay, yes. my watercolor palette. It's like mode switch. I was switching modes. So I'm mixing some yellow with some brown gouache to give it a muted mustard brown kind of color. It could be a total disaster, guys, so it could go either way. But with gouache, you almost want to layer it from, you know, the exercise I did. You want to layer it like acrylic or oil. Where I think I want to do mid-tone and then highlight and then dark tone. Mid-tone, okay. Okay. You guys see? Okay, not bad. Okay. And then we're gonna use the if I do yellow like that. And if I did purple against it. Okay. It's a good dark shadow color. Cool. No disasters. Pressure. Okay, I'm gonna drink some tea. And paint a totally unrelated area first. Am I stalling? Yes. I also think the color I mixed was pretty thin, so I can probably cover it if I really want to. Here he goes. Here he goes. I'm drawing the outline first, so don't go beyond it. I have no idea this is best practice. Other hands holding the torch. You know, it's like if the whole thing looks awesome, which so far is good, I just don't want to ruin it. Okay. And I had to remind myself that gouache is not like watercolor, where I could actually cover some mistakes up. Whereas watercolor, you can literally see everything. She pretty bright. Okay. And whereas watercolor, I will leave areas of white. I guess I could have done that too, but I remind myself I could layer it like acrylic paint or oil paint. I guess I was classically trained in oil, self-taught in watercolor. And then I feel like I'm constantly relearning my skills. Sometimes I fantasize about my painting in like a giant 5x10 canvas or something. Hence, I'm trying to find the biggest watercolor I can find. Watercolor paper, I mean. Okay, I just flatly colored it. Okay, so the light is coming from this way, 3 o'clock in front of you. So I'm making the back color a little bit darker. I'm wondering if that was the right move. Definitely better when it's still wet, because I guess this may be something, perhaps something I'm just used to. And then, there we go, here we go. I'm finding the rhythm with my blender brush. Yes, I'm holding my breath. Let's blend that in. I think I should be braver. Just leave this colors be like that. Be brave, it's okay. So I do see some base color coming through. I guess it really depends on how thick I'm laying out the paint. Such an interesting medium. So, what is a good contrasting color with yellow? And I'm wondering if I should switch to a flat brush. I'm gonna try it. Thank you, Trevor. I really feel like I'm relearning this all over again. Why is it contouring like that? I don't know. So I'm trying to bring some of this color in. What color is that? Maroonish, like a maroonish color. And I don't think it naturally looks like that. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. That's better. This would definitely have that reflective light to the stomach. Also, I don't think I shouldn't wet my brush when I blend, I think. I think the last time I used gouache extensively was that blue painting that I just posted a video about, and it's been a minute. Cool. I hope this is not too painful to watch as I'm experimenting through it. What a different. The pigmentation is quite awesome though, I have to say. This is an unmixed warm yellow, I think. Maybe Candium yellow, is it? Okay, here we go. So note to self, first layer is like the awkward under layer. I should use a thicker paint and not be afraid. And now I'm layering on. Now I'm actually layering on thicker paint now. And I love the feeling of how it blends actually. Still a little streaky. So I did reactivate some gouache. I wonder if that's why it's so thin and streaky, and if I mix it right out of the tube, you'll feel different. Note to self for the next one. And where should I? And then what color should I make the collars? I guess purple seems to be a no-brainer, huh? She's pretty bright. So switching from watercolor to gouache was a bit of a learning curve. It's a better idea I did them in separate sessions, so you know. I would have warmed up already. Okay. You guys see? I'm taking a cool yellow, lemon yellow, I guess. Brush is too watery. And do this. A little. What are those center flowers called? Stemmen? Highlight, blend. Also wondering how long I can rework this before I ruin it. You know, ooh. I think I'm gonna make her eyeball blue actually. Because the yellow and purple and blue I think would be a good contrast. Sometimes when the area is so small, I just end up doing dotted effects. do this fully. Saison is Surreal artist. I use this dot paint. Oh, it's such a fascinating feeling. Oh, this blends pretty well with white, it seems. Okay, here we go. Cute. Take out the tiny brush. Thank you, Trevor. Yeah, I think it's pretty cute. Next time I'll definitely make them more glowy though. Glowy, is that a word? So I picked up some white gouache paint. She's wearing a pajama jumpsuit, so she has some buttons in the front. Give some highlights to the hands. Definitely here. Let's fix this edge here. I always like to add a little bit of color in the eyeball white area because our eyeball, the white part of eyeball is actually not even white if you look closely. Even though it always seems white in drawings, or in our perception it is. It's actually full of pinks and blues and greens. Again, so weird. So weird. And lastly, for today anyways, I'm gonna touch up with the eyelashes. And then we'll let it marinate overnight and see how I feel about it tomorrow. She's looking down, so the iris is kind of pointed. Now what I should add, some yellow here before I go over with lash, then this step will be impossible. Almost. Thank you, Wonder. I'm like so nervous. So I paint this thing purely in gouache. I think this might be the first time since that blue painting I'm using gouache. It's pretty messier. Because the eyelashes are kind of messy. gosh, I'm just gonna leave it like that actually. It's cute. Okay. And then lastly, I realized as I'm working on this that the color here is so intense. I have to carry some of that over to the flowers. Otherwise it's gonna seem like it's just stuck on like a sticker. This reflective coloring, I guess. I don't know if that's a proper name, but that's what I'm calling it. So when something's so bright standing next to something, the color kind of bounces off. Just a little bit. So I'm just trying to carry that through without changing the colors of the flowers. All right. I'm laughing at Marshall. You know, sometimes that internet lag really messes with our speeches and our sense of humor, huh? But thank you. I think I got it. All right. Well, that was intense. Let's do a little check. Oh, nice. I would say interesting first choice of color to do that girl in bright yellow and mustard stuff. But it looks pretty intense popping out against the background. And I can't wait to finish all of it. Then we'll be the judge of it, but I think it's gonna be okay. Actually, my favorite part of... Oh, hi Kuro, you just called me in the end. I'm about to go off. I'm just showing everyone my progress today. I have 1, 2, 3 more little girls to go. And I actually kind of love her face, even with the rose lipstick and the uneven eyebrow. And yes, all right, so I'm probably gonna finish the little guys off screen. I'll definitely make a video and post about it. And I'm hoping next week I'll come back with a new painting that I'm currently already concepting. I'll lend this girl here since she's a little more finished. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today for the past few hours. I feel like I made big progress on my painting. I think I just, you know, those little figures to finish up, and I think I'm gonna be done with it very soon. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't done so already, like Kuro was saying, please don't forget to follow or subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my next session, which will actually be just next Wednesday, right around the corner. I'm doing my live stream weekly now on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I'm choosing Pacific because it's like a time that everybody knows. I'm in a weird time zone, nobody will know that. But 11 a.m. Pacific time next Wednesday, I'll be back, hopefully with a new painting that I'm currently concepting. And if I don't talk to you again, have amazing rest of the week, rest of the day, and I will catch you next time. And some of you, I'll probably catch you in DMs. I love you guys, love Wonder, love you Trevor, love you Graphics and Kura for jumping in, and for everybody who's coming in and out. I really appreciate you guys helping me along with my artistic journey. I'm gonna paint my way to become a professional artist, and earlier during my session I kind of put it out in the universe that I would love to do when I'm good enough, when people think I'm good enough, or when it's seen, discovered, whatever. My end goal for becoming a professional artist is really to collaborate with some of my favorite brands in makeup, clothing, whatever it may be. But I'm sure I'll update you guys when that happens. Until then, hold on, let me finish. Talk to us. Yes, I'll talk to you guys. Until then, be safe, be happy, be creative, and I'll catch you guys next Wednesday, okay? Bye.